Hi guys and welcome. Today we're going to talk about DPS builds and being raid ready. So in a Facebook group that I'm in, I have noticed a lot of raid questions about being raid ready and what is the best DPS build. This has not changed a lot since the last time that I went through this in TU8. However, one thing that I would suggest to all new players in the raid is demo specialists. Well, we're just going to look through this now, and I hope this helps a lot for you. Okay, so as I said, demo specialists. That's because a lot of the time they mortars survive one of those once every 60 seconds survivability. The rest of this build that are on display here is all about power. Guns first. The M1A had a major nerf, however, it's still ticking. This one is not the best, but still fantastic. Looking at that, it's telling me it's not modded, but I can see the top symbol it has been. Talent, the best in game, in sync. 15% extra skill damage, 15% extra weapon damage. These are doubled, both are active. Get them off active. Best AR in the game, the burnout. Perfectly on it. After reloading, your handling is upped by 40% for 10 seconds. Cost of FAMAS fires so quickly. That's pretty much always active. Damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover. Health damage, obviously on ARs, is major as well. So these go for fatigue and robotics and tanky enemies. Fantastic for the he'll tell you that the Bullet King is king for DPS because you can consistently fire. Let me show you. It's well on the list, I think. Basic DPS build. Onto the talents just a minute. Peace, Providence. Fox's Prayers. Fox's Prayers should always be in any damage to targets out of cover, amplified damage at or better than anything else the game has to offer. Contractors, damage to armor. Again, the amplified damage is an argument that you can do something else here. However, starting to make a build for do always put the contractors in. You'll help your team and yourself a lot more. 3-piece Providence. Then depending on your build and your percentages, here everyone to Esker for your brand bonus. So what are we looking for? Stats wise, want to be above 50% here and above 150. Damage to armor, as we can get here, and then your damage to targets out of cover again as high as we can pop. Always running with a Revive Hive. Second talent's a bit of a freebie. Should change to here in the raid depending on what you're doing. Running in sync, probably something that can proc. So your two talents. Vigilance is the best in slot for the highest damage. However, if you're going to be taking damage, it's not going to be procced. You have different options here. Depending on how you play, use different. See, I don't run much. I'm running the damage. That means you have to play a particular way. That's fine. chest talents. Well, I recommend anyone running the raid for the first couple of times. Unbreakable. See, my unbreakable is on a grouper. I run grouper, that means my providence changes. Still run through his providence, I just have a chest piece. It's not a problem now. Anyway, you don't have to have the providence. Right. Talent of choice if you want to put the most damage. It's glass cannon. Glass cannon gives you 30% high damage. However, you do take 60%. So this is really difficult. It will take a lot of practice. However, I do try and get used to it. And this build here, dads die so fast. Problem. Personal build that I'll use in the raid is this one. Reasons being how I prefer. Arguments for and against this. Mathematics tell you that sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. Depends on the number of adds with shields. Depends on whether. Stats wise, it looks better, but doesn't tell all the story. So the amplified damage is far better. Okay guys, that is basic DPS build and what is best for the. Hope this helps.